Hey, how are you? My name is Phil, and you're about to watch me explain my Titan Strand build. Not original, it's not unique, it's fairly straightforward, but it's something that I enjoy a lot, I've been having a lot of fun with, and it just feels like a really solid way to run Titan. Let's hop right into it. Let's start by looking at the basics, let's talk about the aspects. For aspects, we have Dringer's Lash. You activate your class ability to create a ripple in reality that suspends targets in your path. Basically, you drop a barricade, things get suspended in midair. Then you have Into the Fray. Destroying a tangle or casting a super grants Woven Mail for nearby allies. You do get Woven Mail very often off of this. I won't lie. I still run Threat of Warding. I don't know if it's necessary. But it basically almost guarantees full Woven Mail uptime for the damage reduction on Titan. So between destroying tangles on a semi-regular basis, because you're making them a lot by suspending things, and through picking up orbs, you will typically have Woven Mail up about like 80% of the time, as long as you're able to kill things. We also run the Shackle Grenade to just knock more stuff up in the sky. It's pretty fantastic, highly recommended. Catapult because I like it. I use Valley Barricade because it is a shorter cooldown, meaning you can knock stuff up more frequently. Looking at our other fragments, we talked about the Woven Mail one already. Let's talk about Thread of Continuity. Suspend, Unravel, and Sever effects have increased duration, the most important of which is Suspend, meaning you can knock stuff up in the air and keep them there almost perpetually. Kinda dumb. You knock them up, they stay there for a long time. Then we have Thread of Generation. Dealing damage generates grenade energy. It doubles down on the whole idea of I'm just going to suspend the world. Rally Barricade, suspend stuff. Grenade, suspend stuff. It's great. Speaking of, defeating suspended targets grants class ability energy. This does say defeating, not like damaging or anything, but it is still very useful. If you manage to kill one or two of the things you have suspended through various means, you will typically get some class ability energy back, basically locking you into the loop of cast Barricade, knock stuff up, kill some stuff, cast Shacklenade, knock some stuff up, kill some stuff, cast Barricade, knock some stuff up, kill some stuff, and if you are able to kill stuff and deal enough damage, you can more or less cycle these two things back and forth. Not truly indefinitely, but you can have a lot of uptime on keeping basic enemies suspended. It is incredibly powerful as far as crowd control goes, and it allows you to literally just go and punch stuff with Frenzy Blade, which we will get into here in a second. Here's a quick overview of what I've been rocking on the build. You can just see all the mod symbols there. I can also hover over it here so that y'all can get a good look at it this way. This is something that I'm trying to make sure I do so that people can just pause the video and go look at it. I don't have these loadouts up and running in dim yet. I should be able to do that in the future, but please forgive that these early loadout videos, early build videos, don't have dim loadouts in the description. I apologize. You can still see everything that I'm running. You can still pause the video just to make sure that you can get it all, but that's generally what I'm running. I am currently running the Quicksilver Storm as my primary of choice with this build. It does not get its 40% boost to red bar enemies at the moment, so it's not doing as much damage as it should. I believe that it is bugged. I've seen it passed around a couple of times on Twitter, so at the time of releasing this video, I believe this is bugged and not getting its 40% damage bonus, which is sad. Still a really great weapon. The grenade launcher shots that you fire, even if they are nerfed, are insane. They do a ton of damage, really good stuff, really great at ad clear. I usually pair this with something like Harsh Language here, which is one of the new seasonal, this is the new grenade launcher for the season, but I basically just pair it with a wave frame. You knock everything up, you kill it all with a wave frame, because believe it or not, you do hit suspended targets with wave frames. Seen a few people say that you can't. You just gotta actually like be right underneath them. If they get too far off the ground, you might miss, but wave frames are pretty good in vertical. Heavy weapon, it changes all the time. I have a sword on right now. You'll see that in the gameplay later when I show this off in a Lost Sector. I just like swords. They're fun. Talking about mods, though, I am running Hands-On and then Void Strand Dual Siphon, because I am running Void and Strand weapons, as you can see. In future seasons, depending on what mods get reduced or not reduced, this might be like, a Harmonic Siphon and a Void Siphon, or like maybe just a Void Siphon if I'm not using a Strand primary. You get the idea. Gloves, here is something that I like a lot for this build, is double heavy-handed, because you make orbs that are pretty heckin' strong by using this effect. I really, really like using heavy-handed with this build, because when I'm suspending stuff, I enjoy going in and punching it with a melee. Your mileage may vary, but with max resilience and Woven Mail up, you typically don't die, and because of how fast your melee abilities regenerate, because of the way that Suspend works with something. With Woven Mail, I apologize I didn't remember this off the top of my head, but Into the Fray does give you melee regen speed when you have Woven Mail. You will typically get to proc heavy-handed a lot. You don't even need that much strength for this build, so it works out pretty well. Chest piece, I just have resist mods and then charged up, making it so that I can carry more armor charge stacks. Boots are stacks on stacks, so I get more armor charge stacks, and then restoration to boost whatever my lowest ability is. I could probably swap this out for insulation to reduce class ability cooldown, but I often don't need that, so I just kind of like it being just an overall boost, and then I like healing on orb pickup. And then boss item here, utility kickstart. Potentially run a second one if you want to, if you're having trouble getting it back, but if you're running 100 resilience on Titan, like you probably are anyways, one is more than good enough. And then double outreach to give yourself more melee energy. This build is all about the idea that your melees are regenning through hitting stuff, and through suspending stuff, and through having woven mail up. And then your grenade regen is you spec into discipline, and then you shoot stuff to get the bonus ability from your thread of generation. So that's the whole Titan build. I really have a lot of fun with it. There'll be some gameplay to follow. It's not S tier gameplay. It's me running around a lost sector here on Neomuna. I chose that because, well, it's not a legendary lost sector of the day, so you can't be like, aha, look at this in a legend lost sector. It's still a lost sector where I am level limited, and you can see the enemies are still swords, so it's still a generally good display of how the build will work inside of something like that. Hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff, and I hope to catch you in the next one.
What is the Earth idiom? Through a mirror?
Empress?
Callus forbade the right of proving, bureaucratically. An ancient tradition dying by inches. This suggests... It's as if the soldiers here have tried to reconstruct that right, but have forgotten why it began.
Fighting just to fight.
Perhaps fighting only because the fight is forbidden.